I'm Sunny.
And I'm Yuji. Sunny, let's explain about why we sweat, shiver, and get goosebumps, okay?
Okay, but first let's explain a little bit about the integumentary system, or what is most commonly known as the skin.
So the skin is made of 3 layers: the epidermis, dermis, and the fatty layer.
The epidermis is the outer layer of skin made up of dead cells.
And the dermis is the layer that has all of the nerve endings, sweat glands, and blood vessels.
And the last layer, the fatty layer, is basically made up of what its name says, fat.
Okay, so now let's talk about the main topics of this podcast: goosebumps, sweating, and shivering. Sunny, did you get any goosebumps while we were riding T-Express?
Of course I did. It was so scary. I don't see how you were able to wait.
Haha, I'm pro.
Wait, let's get back into the topic. Yunji, should we explain why we get goosebumps every time we're cold, scared, or shocked?
Yes, of course we should, because that's the first main point we're going to be talking about. Anyways, when we get goosebumps, it's because at the base of each and every hair, there's a small muscle
that causes our hairs to stand straight up. These small muscles are called erectors pleurum. The goosebumps we get are involuntary reactions, which means that we can't control them. In other words, we can't try to get goosebumps on purpose or try not to get them.
Another example of our body's involuntary reactions is blinking. No matter how much we try to keep our eyes from blinking, we will blink them sooner or later.
Now that we're done with explaining about why we get goosebumps, let's explain about why we sweat.
Homeostasis is the root of sweating. Wait, what was homeostasis again?
Well, homeostasis is the body's ability to regulate its inner temperature and to keep it stable. Homo means the same, so homeostasis means same temperature. In simpler words, this means that homeostasis maintains the body's average temperature.
Alright, and when your body gets too hot, it tries to cool down by releasing sweat from your sweat glands that are rotated in the dermis, or the second layer of your skin.
And the moisture on your skin evaporates and leaves your skin feeling cool.
That makes sense. Even when you're really hot during the summer, if you get wet in a water balloon fight, you feel much cooler. Cooler in the temperature-wise way.
It's so cold in here. Is the air conditioner on?
I think it is. Anyways, our last topic has to do with your problem with the temperature in here, so let's talk about that.
What is the topic again?
It's shivering. Although most people think we shiver because we're scared, it actually has nothing to do with us getting scared.
It's actually an involuntary reaction. See, shivering is the opposite effect of homeostasis and sweating. We sweat to cool down.
And we shiver in order to stay warm. Our brain is able to sense when we're cold, even when we can't feel it.
Our brain sends messages to our muscles to warm up, and our muscles contract and expand quickly in order to warm up.
Since the muscles flex so quickly, this looks like you're shivering because you move a tiny bit in a short period of time. Since the muscles flex so quickly, this looks like you're shivering because you move a tiny bit in a short period of time. So Sunny, did you learn anything from today's podcast?
Oh yeah, I did. I learned that there are 3 layers of the skin: the epidermis, dermis, and the fatty layer. I also learned that goosebumps are involuntary reactions caused by small muscles called erectors pleurum.
Well, I learned the definition of homeostasis. At least, I relearned it. Anyways, one way your body tries to cool down is by releasing sweat from your sweat glands located in the dermis.
I also learned that shivering is your body's opposite reaction to the temperature because you sweat to cool down and you shiver to stay warm.
Well, I hope the viewers learned almost as much as we did from watching this podcast.
Bye.
Bye. This was our podcast on the integumentary system.